Hey, I created a video yesterday, dropped it on Twitter. You probably saw it if you're already watching this video on Twitter, and got a response about my lottery factor quick demo video. So the response here states there's other projects that do get a lot of contribution from Facebook. And again, like yesterday was like, it didn't matter for Cell or whoever make contributions. I think the fact that open source is out there for us to win, that's all that matters. But React Strict DOM was mentioned, so I figured let's just go ahead and check it out. So this is the page for React Strict DOM. By the way, it's all the stuff will actually get shipped today in a release, so just pay attention if you want to try this out for yourself. Here's the repo page, and then already, which is quite different from the Facebook React repo, this actually has a higher lottery factor. So top 2 contributors are making 60% of all contributions in the last 30 days. We can go back to the last 6 months and see what that looks like. And it's still top 2 contributors. So Nicholas is pretty consistent, but then we have Creeth and MNN as well. But let's go back to the 30 days because I wanted to call out Nicholas. I did find out, again, they don't have a open source profile, but I can see all their contributions. So they contribute to Relay, which shout out to Relay. But I went to Nicholas's GitHub profile because, again, he doesn't have a profile on open source. And taking a look at this, you can see he works at Meta, which is pretty cool. So we got one Meta core contributor, consistent contributor, React Strict DOM. But the other person who's here is a Creeth. And so, again, someone's going to win the lottery or get a new job at Google or whatnot. But what's interesting is Luis is actually not a Facebook employee or a Meta employee. I'll get that right eventually. But I did want to point out that Luis is actually working at the Dominican Republic, and I don't think Facebook hires from the Dominican Republic. So shout out to Luis for making consistent contributions to React Strict DOM. I'm actually really curious, Luis, what's your story and journey here? What are these contributions, which is actually cool because we have this other thing. If I jump over here. So we've been working on this thing called Star Search, and this is like an ability to just ask questions about contributors, find up-and-coming contributors, and I think Luis might be one of these. So what are the contributions? Creeth, to spell it, and open source. And real quick, we'll just get what it's doing is actually taking all the data, and this is still in our staging, so it looks jank right now, but we could see Luis is actually doing some contributions to quite a number of things within the repository. Things like adding polyfills. Looks like he's doing some other stuff that's not React Strict DOM related. But what's pretty cool is he's doing quite a bit of contributions, so prolific in contributing, but actually have no idea who Luis is. What I did is I responded to this tweet, and I tweeted out specifically to Luis I would love to know your story. So if you're watching this or someone knows Luis, let them know that I'd love to talk with them. Come on the podcast. That's Star Search. We're actually going to ship this out next week. Let me know if you want early access. We'd love feedback on it. And as we continue to work on the UI and stuff like that. So if you're interested in seeing a demo on any other projects, reply to this tweet and I'll do a quick video on it. And stay saucy.